Peace and quiet. A little bit after we return to the lab, Mayuri gets back. Doo-doo-doo. Tadaima! I like the way she talks. Seems Mayuri went to Lukako's. Susua shows up a few minutes later and our development council comes to order. Daru ordered 3 pizzas. We also line up all the snacks we bought on the table. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Susua. Mayuri wanted to decorate the room, but since everyone's tired, I dismissed it as unnecessary. Looks like Susua managed to retrieve her jacket from Mr. Braun.
やばかった。あのままだとさ、露出狂として一日を過ごす羽目になるとこだったよ、私。
The Braun Tube workshops closed. Susua made sure the CR42 and CRT was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunction from the time leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize that I've been tense and nervous since the time leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax. Let's see, I don't know. The topic... excuse me. The topic of the time leap machine has become taboo. Even Krisu doesn't bring it up during the meeting.
Daru. お前なぜこの前と全く同じ種類のピザを注文したのだ?
I opened the pizza boxes to find the exact same ones he got for Susua's party. Why not?
僕の好み。
I mean, I hope he got different ones. Naturally, I'm not amused.
おかり、おかり。
I'm getting hiccups.
フェリスちゃんやルカちゃんにもね、声をかけたんだけど、今日は無理って言われちゃった。
Sorry. Aw, no Ferris Tan?
そうか。
I love Ferris Tan.
何か用事でもあったのか?
フェリスちゃんは
Ferris Tan is my waifu.
しまった。応援行きそびれた。なんという不覚。
あとね、ルカちゃんはなんだか恥ずかしそうにしてたよ。ここに来たらまたマユリのコスを着させられるって思ったんじゃない?
That seems likely.
もしかしてまだ説得できていないのか?
Then what was the point of completing the costume?
恥ずかしいんだって。可愛いは正義なのに。可愛いは正義ってそんな言葉が流行ってるんだ。クリスちゃんもね、可愛いよね。
You know, I've wanted to do cosplay before, but you know, I don't know. One, I'm a very self-conscious person, so I'd be kind of like Luca. I'd be like really embarrassed. Like, I just can't help it. I don't know why I'm that way. You know, it's like all the things I want to do, a lot of times I'm just too self-conscious and I end up pulling myself back. I mean, that's why it took me so long to start doing this, because I was just so nervous about it and embarrassed, and I hate my voice, and so yeah, it was like, no. Okay. Oh, I have that off again. Tracy doesn't know how to react. She blushes and Mayuri starts teasing her like a drunk old man. There's no alcohol at this party, of course. Why not?
ねえねえ、今度のコミマに出てみない? 新作は無理だけどね、去年作ったブラチューのセーラ覚醒後バージョンコスがあるんだ。多分ね、サイズはクリスちゃんにちょうど合うと思うし。
Alright.
私がコスプレか。
Oh, look at that face. Chrisu looks conflicted. Then she murmurs.
ちょっと興味ある。
That face didn't say that. She sure could have fooled us before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture.
あ、でも私も人前に出るのはお断りだから。着るだけでいいよ。でもね、そのうちみんなに見てもらいたくなるよ。コスプレにはそうさせる魔物さんが住んでるんだ。
The cosplay demon? Miley is so
そういえ
cute.
ばクリスちゃんっていつも可愛い制服着てるよね。
I wish I had a friend like Miley.
都内にあったっけ？うん、これ
Chrisu lifts up her necktie.
アヤメインに逆留学みたいなことしてたんだけど、そこの制服を改造してきてるの。ああ、アヤメインなんだ。あそこの制服もともと可愛いもんね。でもクリスちゃんの改造センスはね、すごくいいかも。
I don't. I'm good at copying.
そしたら試着してくれる？
Put her on the spot.
いいわ。
Ah. Looks like Chrisu approves of the cuteness is justice philosophy.
撮影会は何時からですか？
Well, that should kill the
相変わ
mood.
らず橋田は変態道を邁進中だな。
だってブラチューのセーラっしょ。あれって確かパンモロだぞ。
Pan moral? What's that?
パンツがもろに見えているの略。
Oh.
嘘。大丈夫だよ。
It's okay.
クリスちゃんは知らないかもだけどね、去年ぐらいにこんな言葉が流行ったんだよ。
Macbarian,
パンツじゃない
hi.
から恥ずかしくないもんって。
By the way,
いやいや、恥ずかしいでしょ。
by the way, it's really good to hear that your kitty is doing well.
絶対
And you're just in time to get to watch me cry. The scene where I'll be crying is coming up soon. Or the series of scenes, I should say. Suzuha speaks, her tone sharp. As always, she's scowling at Chrisu again. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changes.
マキセクリスを信じると痛い目に遭うよ。それどういう意味？
Naturally, my strong-willed assistant isn't one to back down from a fight. When I first played this game, I was like, what the heck is up with Suzuha? Like, why does she act this way? We find out, I don't think in too long. Sparks fly between the two girls.
この前から思ってたんだけど、私あなたに何かした？直接は何も。でも私、君のしたこと全部知ってんだよね。
You mean, can't say that, can't say
私のし
that.
たことって、後ろめたいことは何もしてない。 でしょうね。でも私知ってるんだから、君の本質ってのをさ。
へえ、すごい。私の心の中を覗いたんだ。画期的な発明だから、ぜひその独身装置を見せてもらいたいもんだわ。
装置なんてないよ。強いて言うなら予言。
つまり言いがかりってことか。
事実だってば。
My yawniness. I know. Uh-oh, we've got a situation here.
おかり。
Marty with her whiny. Marty clings to me with teary eyes. Make them stop.
二人を止めて。
この場を丸く収められるのはこの法王院教魔しかいないようだな。
I insert myself between the two girls. And they turn on him, right?
ここは引け。この勝負、法王院教魔が預かる。
They both glare at me. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. First, I focus on Krisu. Ooh, that glare.
俺はお前をそのように育てた覚えはないぞ。
I didn't raise you.
育てられた覚えもない。
マッドサイエンティストを目指す上で最も必要なことを教えてやろう。すなわち表面は熱く奥底では冷たく。
聞いてない。なるつもりもない。
But he said mad scientist. Next, I switch focus to Susuma.
戦士よ、お前がラグナロックにおいて戦うべきはセルンのはずだ。
岡部倫太郎には忠告したよね。牧瀬クリスには気をつけてって。
We're going to mention that here? Now?
へえ、どういうことよ、岡部。
Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure I get through the scenes today where it's going to make me cry, at least for now. Their eyes are like laser beams boring into my skull. I want nothing more than to flee for my life. But Myri is watching me anxiously. I need to defuse the situation. His laugh. You're not. Oh.
どちらも引くつもりはないようだな。ならば好きなだけやり合うがいい。戦って戦って戦い抜いて、その後河原で握手して友情を芽生えさせるがいい。
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, since half of that it was off screen. That way everyone can read it real quick. Manly handshake. Alright.
だがな、将来社会に出る時のためにこれだけは自覚しておけ。お前たちは二人とも空気が読めない。
うるさい。
Kitty kitty. Getting yelled at by both of them at the same time sends shivers down my spine. It's coming. I seize my right arm.
よりによってこんな時に静まれ、俺の右手。
I turn around and head back to Myri.
まゆり、すまない。このままだと俺は二人を傷つけてしまう。だからあとは任せた。
He's such a weirdo. Mayuri puffs her cheeks out and goes over to the two girls. I always felt like her eyebrows just look weird.
二人とも聞いて。マユシーはね、喧嘩は嫌いなのです。仲良くしようよ。
Hearing this, the two combatants reluctantly comply. I expected this would happen. Mayuri is the oil that keeps the gears of this lab churning along. The throbbing in my right arm dissipates. Daru comes over to chat with Suzu, and gradually peace returns to the lab. Kurisu is in the development room making a call, probably to her mother in America. I sit on the sofa and watch TV while sipping Dr. P. The TV is running a game show where contestants guess the prices of popular items at high-class restaurants. Mayuri sits down next to me. She peels a banana and begins eating it.
ねえねえ、おかり？
Mayuri slowly looks around the lab, smiling at all the while. Might be too close.
ここ何週間かですごく賑やかになったね。
ああ、確かに。
I established the Future Gadget laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's been almost 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up. I'm still not sure why, and became a lab mem. Oh, by the way, Malkavarian, I have something I wanted to tell you off screen. It's a good something. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then, in early May, I finally got Daru to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk from May Queen plus 9. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. I'll try to remember to send you like a Discord afterwards. I'm forgetful. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Krisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Daru. So the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab men count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. Yeah. I'm just forgetful in general, plus I'm really not that active on Discord. I don't know, maybe it's something I need to work on, because I know I'm trying to get better at the whole social media thing, but, I never jumped on board with it. I've always been more of an in-person person. So the whole idea of social media for me was like, meh. I just never quite got it. And so now I'm trying to kind of catch up on my ability to use it. Yeah. They didn't come today, but Lukako visits occasionally, and Ferris is a familiar face at May Queen plus Nyan. Or at least she was before May Queen disappeared. Yeah. I know, it's like a new friend. Okay, I made a new friend recently, IRL, and she invited me to her Discord group, And it's like I feel bad because I'm never in there. And then I have all the Discord groups I'm in for streaming that I feel like I should really be in there, chatting once in a while. And it's just, I have one that I have to participate in at least once a week. Otherwise, I'll get kicked out. And, but, it's nice because I get rated and it helps my exposure. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
楽しいね。
It's fun! Miley too seems pleased by the increase in lab mems. Well, yeah, everything's better with more people.
あのね、ラボ面が8人に増えたでしょ。ちょっと狭くなってきたなってマユシーは思うんだ。
I mean, personally, I like the idea of having like a multi-person stream. I think that's cool. I love multi-person games. Not MMOs as much, because I've always found MMOs to not be very social. And usually whenever I've joined a group or a guild or anything, they're all about raiding dungeons and like that's all it is. And I'm just like, I'm bored. I want to talk to people.
まずね、椅子が足りないのです。
It's also the same thing with when I'm streaming. I enjoy it so much more when there's people chatting. Because honestly, I could just sit here and talk to people and be totally happy. As long as they keep talking, because I'm not good at holding conversation if the other person isn't. The sofa only has room for 2. Then there's Daru's personal desk chair. Those are the only chairs in the lounge. There are some pipe chairs in the development room, but they need to stay there.
買ってこなくちゃだよ。おかりんはお金ある？
Well, he's kind of a stingy person. Yeah, and I'm guilty of that too, as you know. I mean, most of the time, I'm just jumping in to people's streams saying, hey, I'm here, I'm lurking, and then I go off and do other things, and, but I like to be lurking in 4 streams at a time. So, I have 2 Google Chrome windows open under different Google logins. And I have 2 tabs on each one with people I'm lurking. So, but these past few days I've been trying to get better about it. And at least spend a little bit of time getting to get in and talk with people. So, but again, I get to where it's like, a lot of times it's like there'll be a conversation going and I'm just like, I don't know that I have anything worthwhile to contribute. And it's like, I don't want to bore people. Anyway, then I need to get a part-time job again.
じゃあ、マユシーのバイト代もちょっと出していいよ。あとはね、電子レンジ。新しいの買わないとジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンが温められないよ。
Juicy chicken number 1.
ああ、それはすまん。
Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her.
だがマユリ、タイムリープマシンを譲渡して謝礼をもらえば問題はすべて解決する。
椅子と電子レンジの代金と ちょっぴり上がっちゃったお家賃を払えるぐらいはもらえるか
Okay, yeah, the higher rent.
もらえるさ。もっともらえる。
な。そうなんだ。よかったね、おかり。
She's so
な
easy
ぜ
to
そんなに嬉し
please.
そうなんだ？
だってお友達たくさんできたもん。ダルくんでしょ、クリスちゃんでしょ、ルカちゃんでしょ、すずさん、萌香さん、フェリスちゃん、店長さん、なえちゃん、
God.
他にも他にも。
I don't know if I'd call Braun a friend. She gazes wistfully into the distance.
春の頃はオカリンはとっても寂しそうだったけど、もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
Aww.
それはどういう。
What do you mean? I try to ask, but before I can finish. An urgent news bulletin appears on the TV. No! It's coming. The subtitles read, Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote Sobu Kaien Tohoku lines. And I'm sure I butchered those, because I'm not good at reading
つうか
Japanese.
全部秋葉原駅通ってるじゃん。マユシ帰れないんじゃね？
本当だ、家に電話しなくちゃ。
A bomb threat? I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akihabara are suspended, as if that were the target. I want to visit Akihabara. Wait, could that be it? Could the bomb be at Akihabara Station? I get a cold feeling in my stomach.
岡部倫太郎、一つ聞かせて。タイムリープマシンは完成してるんだよね？
は？おう。
そっか。私、用事思い出したからちょっと出かけてくる。
Suzuha leaves the lab without another word. It's already catching.
何なの？彼女。
Suzu is acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leak machine? Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I received. We're watching you. You know too much. Who sent them? And there's more. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellymen. The Z program. Government secrets. The organization. Men in Black. The Committee of 300. The Time Leap Machine. What did Krisu say?
私たち、ひょっとするととんでもないものを作っちゃったかもしれない。
I think that's the only scene in the game where we actually see someone's lips move. Taken separately, each of these elements was insignificant, but if I consider them part of a single line, They all point to one inescapable truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. I can't breathe. Even though it's hot and humid, my body shivers. Should we run? Get out while we still can? We can't use the trains. What about the subway? Or would a taxi be better? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? Suddenly, there's a softness against my hand. I look down to see Myri's hand holding mine. When I look up, I see worry written on her face. It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow, we'll get rid of the time leak machine. Then we can forget that all of this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow, we'll be okay, won't we? But my anxiety doesn't go away. There's an interesting thought here that hopefully I'll remember to talk about later, about everything he's feeling right now. But I have to wait a bit before I can talk about that without giving anything away. I look over Myri's head at the entrance to the lab. The door is unlocked. Anyone could just waltz right in. I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. Yet here, in our corner of Akiba, it's so quiet. Myri squeezes my hand with her warm, slender fingers. I squeeze back. The next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. Their movements are swift and sure, professional, and each of them is carrying a gun. Yeah? They spread out just inside the door and aim their weapons at us. It all happens so fast, no one has time to scream. The men are foreigners, a mix of races, dressed casually in colorful shirts and shorts or jeans, except for that one in the middle. But their arms are thick with muscle, and their eyes are hard and cold as ice. 2 of them are holding pistols. The other 3 have assault rifles. AK-47s in Akiba? Is this some kind of joke? One thing is certain, these guys aren't tourists. Oops, I have auto turned off again. The dark-skinned crew-cut man barks an order. Oh, I was afraid of that. So it worked for my hype emote, but not my hello emote. Well, it's because they're different. I'd have to give tier 3. Okay, so here's a question about subscriptions. Once your subscription ends, you lose access to the emotes that you had from your subscription, right? No. I was like, okay, I could just give my bot a tier 3, and then it would have all 3. Bad face. So I'm gonna have to change that, obviously. It feels like I'm dreaming. Did I fall asleep watching an action movie? This is the first time so many people have gathered in this room. Suddenly, the lab feels small. What an odd thing to be thinking at a time like this. The first to obey is Daru. Then Kurisu raises her hands. Then me. Last is Myri. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be a while, because so far, I'm only managing like 1 a month, so yeah, so that's probably gonna be a bit. And I just realized I did not put my Oh, right, I have to do this. Why is my subscription gold turned off? Maybe here? Actually, where's the center point? There we go. So, actually, I do know why it wasn't there, because I was kind of feeling like, okay, what's the point of setting a goal if I'm not gonna get anywhere near to it? But then I decided, you know, it takes 40 subs to make payout, so I might as well have a goal to make payout. Eventually, maybe. Honestly, it's not why I started doing this, but might as well. Alright. Back to... Oh, right. Back to the show. I gotta stop talking. Last admiring. Silence. Time seems to grind to a halt. The men say nothing, but their guns remain steady, muzzles pointed at us. On the TV, a comedian laughs. What is this? Are we on candid camera? Then I hear a new sound coming from outside. The sound of high heels. A woman is coming up the stairs. Are these men waiting for her? Is she their leader? A sound of battle-hardened commandos, or a squad, led by a beautiful woman. It's like something out of a manga. Nothing seems real. Before long, the woman appears. And it's someone we know.
Kiryu Moeka.
The part-time editor. The male demon, Shining Finger, who is never seen without her phone. LabMem 005. Moeka? She's their leader? The least imposing woman I've ever met? Even now, she doesn't meet my stare. Her eyes are aimed down at the floor. What's going on here?
萌香さん、これって。
タイムマシンを回収させてもらう。
As always, her words are barely audible. It's ridiculous, laughable. And yet, I can't laugh. My heart is a jackhammer in my chest. The inside of my mouth is drier than a desert. I stay still, with my hands in the air.
牧瀬クリス、岡部銀太郎、橋田至、3名については我々と一緒に来てもらう。
I don't understand. Why is Moeka here? I don't know, but I have to ask.
どういうことだ？
答えられない。
冗談だろ。
Moeka shakes her head.
あなたたちに答える必要はないという意味。抵抗は許されない。とにかく来て。
どこへだ
？No reply. She doesn't intend to answer that either. Dangerous. These guys are dangerous. Look at their guns. Nothing good can happen if we go with them. I try to refuse, but my voice catches in my throat. I can't stop staring at their guns. Are they real? They're not going to start shooting, are they?
理由と行き先を教えてもらわない限りついていくことはできない。
拒否することは認めない。あなたたちに逃げ場はないわ。私たちの仲間はすでに秋葉原中に散らばっている。
Wait. Something clicks in my head. It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains. Why? They keep us here? Just for that?
手荒な真似はしたくない。
And don't.
3人とも一緒に来て。
なんで。
Kresu, who has kept silent until now, finally opens her mouth.
3人なの。
As you, the smart ones. That's when I realized that Mayuri wasn't included in Moika's demand. She only wants Kresu, Daru, and me.
何を聞かれても答えるつもりはない。あなたたちはただついてくればいい。
We're not getting anywhere.
おかりん。
Daru's voice is shaking. I turn my head to look at him. He's deathly pale.
とりあえず言うこと聞いとくべきじゃね。
Yep.
だが目的を言ってもらわないと。
Honestly, I have no idea what to do. Do what you're told? My heart is still fluttering in my chest. This seems more like a dream than reality. I'm not a military otaku. I've never seen a real gun. The black shine of their weapons looks somehow tacky. They lack the imposing feel you expect. I'd believe her if she told me they were fake. Mayuri suddenly speaks up.
ねえ、萌香さんはラボメン仲間だよね。
It's as if Mayuri asked my question for me. Moika was a strange woman, but I welcomed her as a lab mem all the same. What is she thinking right now? In answer, Moika pulls the gun from her belt and points it at us. I realize that Moika isn't holding her phone. This is the first time I've seen her without it. Not like that matters now. Moika's gun hand is trembling. Is the situation affecting her too? It must be. She's terrified of talking to people.
一緒に来てもらうのはあなたたちの口を封じるため。
Silence us?
それは拒否しても変わらない。
Does that mean she plans to kill us? Why? What did we do?
一体誰の差し金だ。お前たち何者なんだ。
私たちは
Moika suddenly lifts her head. For perhaps the third time since I've known her, she looks straight at me. Her eyes are dark and empty.
セルンの
CERN?
M4
The dark-skinned man speaks up. Is he addressing Moika?
口を慎め。
Moika hangs her head again. In my head, I replay the words she just spoke. CERN. They're from CERN. Why CERN? Of course, who else could it be?
3人とも一緒に来て。
Moika raises her voice in frustration.
これ以上拒否するなら嫌でも行きたくなるようにするから。
Moika slowly raises her gun. She points the muzzle at Mayuri. My whole body instantly goes cold.
椎名眉毛は必要ない。
よせ。
I lunge at Moika, but the dark-skinned man is faster. Something strikes my chin with crushing force. The shock numbs my entire body. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall to my knees, powerless to stand. Everything goes dark. What happened? Did he hit me with the butt of his rifle? I look up. Mayuri, face streaked with tears, is reaching out to me as if begging for help. Over her shoulder, I see Moika ready her gun. I try to yell stop, but my voice catches in my throat. Nothing comes out but a pitiful wheeze. Someone, anyone, please stop her. Stop Moika. Moika's lips move. She's mumbling something.
セルンのために FP のためにセルンのために FP の。
Oh, right. Her mouth opens and closes robotically. My blood curdles. No. A sharp, dry crack splits the air. Time slows to a crawl. Moika pulled the trigger. Blood spurts from Mayuri's forehead. It splashes across my face, wet and warm. Her delicate, frail body falls towards me. I catch her. Her body is limp, like a puppet with no strings. Her head and arms dangle lifelessly. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose, and then the smell of blood. Right. Daru clutches his head and falls to his knees, screaming at the top of his lungs. The sound jerks me back to my senses. In my arms, Mayuri takes one short, shallow breath, and then
まゆり。
She's dead. Mayuri's dead. Her face is covered in blood. Her blood stains my hands. It's warm.
もう一度言う。三人とも一緒に来て。これ以上の警告はしない。抵抗するならあなたたちも殺す。
I hear a voice, but I can't comprehend what it's saying. What is this? What's going on here? Is this a joke? We may have created a monster here. This is a dream, right? Right? I feel nothing. My mind is blank. I shake Mayuri's shoulder. Mayuri? Wake up, Mayuri. You'll catch cold if you sleep here. If you're tired, you can stay overnight. Or I can take you home, if you prefer. We'll ride the train back to Ikebukuro together, like we used to, before Daru joined, when it was just the two of us. Memories of her smile whirled through my head. 1,000 different smiles from 1,000 different occasions. If I look away, she'll disappear. She always disappears.
もう大丈夫だね。マユシーが人質じゃなくても。
No, Mayuri. I still need you. Laugh for me. Like you always do. Treat me with your silly toot-toot-roo. Tell me it's a lie. Tell me you're alright. Mayuri? Red flames consume my mind. An inferno of rage and hate, and the burning desire to kill everything I see. I gently lay the motionless Mayuri on the floor. I stand up. And then I fling myself at Moeka. But before I can take a step, someone grabs my hand from behind. Moika's gun is aimed at my head. Her finger is already on the sorry. The trigger.
抵抗するなら岡部お願い今は従ってこのままじゃあんたも殺される
I tear my hand from Kurisu's grip. My vision is a tunnel with Moika on the other side. But she won't get away with this. She killed Mayuri in cold blood. I'll do the same to her. Moika pulls the trigger. The sound of the shot smites upon my eardrums. I feel sharp pain on the side of my head. I nearly lose my balance again, but I'm still alive. What happened? I realize that Moika's gun is lying at her feet. Beside it is a small stone. Someone must have thrown it and knocked her gun aside. Suddenly, Suzu is there in the doorway, knocking one man down in the blink of an eye. Before anyone can react, she darts into another man's range and delivers a piercing elbow strike to his solar plexus. The man drops to his knees, gasping for air. The remaining men turn their guns on her, but she throws the incapacitated man towards them to block their aim. Then she slides into the feet of the man at the rear, tripping him forward, and in a single, smooth, flowing motion, drives her knee into the man's face as he falls. The dark-skinned man aims his rifle, but before he can fire, Suzuha snatches a stunned attacker's gun and shoots him. Blood spurts from the man's hand. Without pausing, Suzuha leaps into the air and delivers a soaring roundhouse kick to his jaw.
そこまでよ
The next thing I know, the 5 men are down, are down, and Moika's gun is aimed at Suzuha's face. But Suzuha doesn't back down. Her gun is trained on Moika's neck. It's a standoff. Neither moves. Silence returns to the room.
何者42
Suzu's reply makes no sense. She glances at me.
テレビ
What is she saying?
点灯済み何を
Suddenly, gotta get my voice under control here. Suddenly, Krisu springs up and makes a break for the development room.
動くな
Well, that didn't even sound
そ
like
れはこ
her.
っちのセリフ
I suddenly realize the meaning of Suzu's words. The 42-inch TV downstairs. It's on. He wants me to use the time leap machine. I look at Myri's body. She's lying there quietly. Her eyes are closed. They'll never open again. One of the men Suzuha knocked out starts to moan. If they wake up, it's all over. Suzuha looks at me again. Her eyes implore me to make my move. If I use the machine, I can avert Myri's death. But at the same time, it could fry my brain. Fry my brain? So what? What is there to fear? Myri's... Myri is dead. Shot in cold blood. This isn't right. I won't accept it. Then change it. Change the past. You have the power. Use it. I stagger into the development room. Risu is about to put on the headgear. I pull it away from her.
Okabe.
俺が飛ぶ。
私が。
I grab Risu's wrist as she tries to take it back. I stare into her eyes. Eyes wet with tears.
俺がマユリを助ける。
もし失敗したら。
I ignore her and put on the headgear. Moika's last shot grazed the side of my head. My ears are still ringing, and there's blood on my neck. It doesn't matter. I might fail. I might even die. But I have to try. It's my only chance to save Myri. Risu bites her lip and activates the X68 or 68,000.
岡部倫太郎、一人行った。この線、使わせるな。
やらせるか。
The crew cut man staggers into the development room. Acting purely on instinct, I grab future gadget number 4, Moed Snake, from the shelf and flick the switch. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. Oh, right, I have that off. Pain flares in my right arm. Was I shot? It doesn't matter. I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. The discharge is starting. The light rapidly grows brighter. The floor begins to shake. The singularity is open. I crouch down, holding the headset steady with one hand. Wait for me, Myri. I won't die here. I'll cross through time to save you. Leap my memories. Leap to the past. The world explodes into light. And this is the first time we see this screen.